Hey guys, and welcome to the Blue Bridge. And the journalists were sharpening their knives today. A lot of so-called Chelsea fans wanted us to lose so that it can hasten Pochettino's departure. But it's a Chelsea thing, isn't it? They go and upset the odds and win away to Aston Villa in the FA Cup. So welcome to my match review of Aston Villa 1, Chelsea 3. So it's been a week of turmoil at Stamford Bridge at Chelsea after two back-to-back defeats with 4 goals conceded. The team were in a bit of a mess. The manager, everyone was calling for his head, and you know what? It wasn't great. Don't get me wrong. The last 2 games were really poor by Chelsea, and something had to be done. And I did a little cheeky tweet, and it was more at the negative people who were saying that we were going to lose when Leeds won yesterday. I said Aston Villa leads 5th round then. But you know what? Something in me said that it's going to be the Chelsea thing, isn't it? When against all odds, when everyone thinks that Chelsea are going to lose and they're going to be, it's going to be a thrashing and hiding by Aston Villa. It's just the Chelsea thing to come up against all odds to win the game, and that's what we did today. But not only did we win the game, the performance was fantastic. The best performance I think we've seen all season, and I'm going to be laying out a few reasons why I think it was a really good performance today. First of all, the team selection. A lot of people, I know that a lot of people don't like Pochettino at the moment, and so anything he does is going to be under the microscope. So people were looking at that team selection today and they were criticising it before a ball was even kicked. He dropped Sterling to the bench, he dropped Thiago Silva to the bench, and guess what? We actually looked a better team without those 2 players in the side. We showed with a lot of energy today, and what I liked, there was a lot of fight. So, and you know what it is? Yesterday, we had all this negativity around the club. That's what happens when clubs are in a bad way. You always get this negativity in the press. And there's some nonsense story that Enzo Fernandez wanted to leave. I knew it was a load of rubbish anyway. His agent quickly denied it. And there was talk about Madueke being unhappy, not Madueke, sorry, Chukwuemeka being unhappy, and other players. And obviously we had that situation with Thiago Silva and his wife Bella. So loads and loads of negative stuff coming out, and stories about how the players don't believe in Pochettino's methods, and this everything's a bit. All's not well at Cobham, but the players today disproved all that. And did these guys look like they weren't playing for the manager today? Come on, they gave their all today, and it was a fantastic performance. And for what I liked is that not only the togetherness, but the way that Pochettino set out the team. And if Pochettino does want to remain in his job, this is the blueprint. This is what you need to do. He put players in their right positions. You had a right back playing right back, or left back playing left back. You had Enzo Fernandez. He plays better in the half spaces when he's playing as a left-sided 8. And Moise Caicedo, where was he? He played a similar role to what he did for Brighton when he was acting as a sort of 3rd centre-back. He was dropping into those centre-back positions, picking up the ball, dictating the play. So now, I know it's just 1 game, but a lot of people are saying that these guys are a waste of money. Today, I'm not saying that they're worth $250,000. Don't get me wrong. We still overpaid for the both of them, I think. But today, they dominated that midfield. But what I'm calling for now from them, not only them, from them and the rest of the team, is consistency. Because it's all well and good having this good performance, but then if it's followed up by 2 or 3 poor performances, then that's not good. So today was a glimpse of what this team are capable of doing. So And the other thing what I liked as well from Pochettino is the spaces between the defence and the midfield. There wasn't that gaping hole. Normally, a lot of times this season we've seen that gaping hole between the defence and the midfield. So it's easy to play through between the lines. But today that gap was shortened, so Villa had problems playing between the lines. A lot of people said Villa played poorly, but we made them play poorly. Just like Liverpool made us play poorly the other day, I thought we made them play poorly because there were no spaces for them to exploit. If I'm being a bit picky, I'll say on the flanks, we gave them some opportunities out wide, but in the main, I thought we enjoyed defending. We took pride in our defending. It's a pity they scored that goal at the end though, that to block that clean sheet. So that would have made a perfect match had we kept that clean sheet. But I saw Disassi going into tackles, high fives and fist pumps. I saw him. He was a regen of Gary Cahill, putting his body on the line, not wanting to get beat. You saw a different what's his name, Gusto today, and that's what I'm saying about these youngsters. Sometimes, I didn't watch the game against Wolves because I had a football match with my boy, but from what I heard, he had a poor game in that game, and that's a match. So we've seen him have good games when he came in against Liverpool. I thought it was good. Poor game against Wolves and a good game. So you're going to get those ups and downs, but I'm crying out for consistent performances. Chilwell did okay today, and the partnership with Paddy Shield and Disassi I thought worked well. And Madueke today, again poor on Sunday, but today he was very good, and I thought he was one of the bright players today in today's performance. And that's what I'm saying. Jackson played on the left hand side, so a lot of times we had overloads. If you look on the right, we had Palmer over there, we had Madueke over there, we had Gusto over there, so we had overloads on both sides. Chilwell joining up with Caicedo and Jackson. And we was moving the ball a lot quicker today. We showed a lot of tenacity, and it wasn't the backwards passing. The ball was moved up quicker. Closing down Villa, we pressed them high, and when we lost the ball, we went back into a defensive unit and just made it difficult for them. And they just didn't really have a look at it. It didn't look a side who's, when you think Villa Park is a fortress, they won 12 in a row before, and I think they've only lost 2 in 18. So this is the sort of ground that we were going to. They beat Sheffield United 5-0 at the weekend, so they were high on confidence, and we made them look average. And Ollie Watkins didn't really get into the game. He was on fire the other day, and today he didn't really get into the game. And we were clinical. We took our chances. First goal for Conor Gallagher this season. Great finish into the top corner, and that sort of settled us. And that's what I'm saying about going back to the Liverpool game. And goals make a difference. Had we had that penalty against Liverpool and we scored and we converted that penalty, who knows what may have happened in that game. Anyway, I'm glad for Conor for that great goal. Good play, by Jackson as well, and who was it who squared it to him? I can't remember, but Jackson was quite good on that flank for that first goal, and then we scored the second goal. Jackson actually scored a header. I can't believe it. And more good play down that side, which should have gone down the right hand side. The right hand side I thought did well today. And brilliant cross by Gusto. And all Jackson had to do is get his head on it, hit the target. I think that's the first time he scored with his head for us this season. So yeah, and the thing about Jackson, okay, he could be more prolific, but his link-up play today was very good, and we missed him when he was in AFCON. So you saw what he can do with his excellent link-up play. So hats off to him for his performance as well. And then second half, Enzo, I thought he was a bit lucky to get that free kick, in all honesty. I thought it was an earshot. The referee said that Tillemans, I think it was, caught his heel, but I couldn't see it, but I may be wrong. But what a beautiful free kick. He showed his class with that free kick. Fantastic free kick into the corner of the net. And It's things like that, the magic things like that, where you say, oh, that's why we paid the money for him, you know. So I'm just hoping that he can put in some more consistent performances, because a lot of people are going to look at this game and he's going to be living off these moments for the next 7 or 8 games, even if he doesn't play well. I want consistency for 120 or 105 million pounds or whatever he paid for him. I've mentioned the word consistency about 6 times in this video, because that's important. I'm not getting carried away by this result, although it's a positive result and a move in the right direction. I'll be getting excited if we win our next 5 or 6 or 7. I know we've got a difficult run. If we can get victories over a couple of the big boys and move up the table, that's when I'm going to start getting excited. But today, Pochettino showed what could be. You know, he's got to be braver in his selections. He's got to be braver in the way he sets the team out, because today I thought the way he set the team out was perfect. He needs to do this more regularly. I thought the players looked comfortable, the players looked happy in the positions that they were playing in, and everyone seemed to be working for each other collectively as a unit in defence and attack. So as I said, it's a pity the RB scored that goal at the end to put a blot on what would have been a perfect performance, but long may it continue. So, you know, we celebrate. We scored, you know, we won the game. We're into the next round of the cup. Now, boys, let's go and do it in the league, and let's show some, I'm going to use that word again before I go, consistency. So, all right, guys, what do you think about the match? Stick your comments in the section below. And don't forget, as always, to like, subscribe, turn on all post notifications to be notified every time I make a new video. So, take care. Bye-bye.